Hello, this is Troy from the Do-It-Yourself World and the Off-Grid Project. Got stuff piling up here outside the old tent. I am in the process of emptying the tent. I would have done so earlier, but we've got rain the last few days, with thunderstorms occasionally. I'm risking it all trying to do this right now. I have to pull everything out, and then I need to set up my shelving, which I got for free that one day, and then start putting everything back in. But I also want to have up along this wall here, I want to have all my wood stored standing up on pallets with 2x4s to hold them upright. And the far back corner here is where I want to put my tools on those plastic shelving, which I have loading up out here, all my tools and nails and fasteners and equipment. So I will have a proper workshop out here and can really get some work done without struggling with all the junk everywhere. So I'll let you watch for a minute if I can set up the tripod. I even have my chainsaw equipment out here. Everything is out here. It's just been a catch-all for all my outdoor working equipment, tools, chainsaws, electronics. It's been a catch-all for everything. I think what I'm going to do, I've got to clean out this corner first, and then I can put up my shelves, and then I can take and minimize how much stuff is outdoors at one time. Gotta be careful, there's nails in a lot of these. So in case it rains, I won't have any problem. This is one of those big boards, for example, it needs to be put away. That's good OSB that I use for construction materials. A lot of stuff here, all the wood ends and scraps is built up here with time. Just a lot of stuff has been collected in here. A couple pieces of barnwood I had saved that I want to use inside the tiny house if I find enough. If I find enough, I want to use it for paneling upstairs. Definitely need to get this place organized, and then I can work properly out here. There's a leaf blower I got for free. Need to get it running. Some of you may remember this is where that raccoon died, and I left it for the longest time so that the ticks would disperse. Diatomaceous earth on the ground here. This was, for winter, the back wall of my tent, and it protected, because the tent wall was blowing back and forth in the winter winds. Protected everything. Clear this all out and start building a proper workshop out here. I can use this tarp temporarily in case it does rain out here. Cover my tools. So now my tools are safe. Well, I've got to work my way back into the corner here, over here, so I can set up these shelves. So I'll be back with you in a minute once I get that all cleaned out. Can't take the camera in, I'm waiting for the dust to settle. But I just swept this out as well, or I should say raked it out. All the diatomaceous earth was in the ground is now in the air. And you're not supposed to breathe it, so I'm going to actually take a minute break. When it's aired out, then the shelving goes in. And when that's done, I'll take my tools that are outside right now and put them in on the shelves and work on this side where I'm going to have the wood storage. So I'll have the workbench up front. I want to have my table saw in here somewhere if there's room. My planer, which is in there, I want to have that up front if there's room for everything. But I'm afraid that my wood storage is going to fill this whole entire front section right here. See how it goes, but I think it's going to fill that entire section. Anyway, a few minutes, I'll get in there and I'll start setting up the shelves. Alright, well, it's time. They're not pretty, they're not clean, but I don't really care. Just gotta function. Make sure I got the right amount. Supposed to be the bottom shelf that gives it strength and durability. I don't know if you can see me, so I'll move over here. One goes on the bottom for strength. Keeps it from shaking and rocking. And it keeps your stuff out of the dirt. Now, got an idea. I want to set the shelves up here up against the side of the tent, and then what I do is I anchor the tent to the shelves. So what we got here right now is some cement blocks hanging in here. Yeah, I love this type of shelf. It's great for temporary work. These were poorly treated through the years. They're pretty split up and cracked. But hopefully it'll do the job for me. I'm going to have to level the ground. Looks like I'm missing a couple pegs, so I won't be able to go all the way. I don't know if I have them all or they're just misplaced somewhere. That's as high as I can go on that one because I'm missing some of the things. Boy, it's humid. Yuck. Oh well. That'll be a good bottom one because that one's got a broken lip. And that one will go right next to it. And that way I'll have room to move around in here. See how this works with the wood piles. I'm not quite sure. Once I get the floor cleared off, I'll have a better overview of what I'm doing. So I'm going to finish this up and we'll be back in a few minutes with you. Well everybody, there it is. Haven't seen that in a while, have you? I just finished and then I raked the floor. I cleaned it up. It's going to be nice in here. I finished putting up the shelves and I started putting tools on it. I'm going to keep it clean and neat, but for now I just had to get everything off the floor. And then I've still got some tools out there in the wagon under that tarp. A couple pieces of wood to bring in once I finish my framing. This is all the wood that's going to be in my kitchen, in the cabinets and the walls. That's that beautiful wood when you plane it. It's so beautiful in different colors and wood grains. I put a lot of it there, piled it all up underneath there, and that's not all. Out here on the couch that was in the old camper, I put the rest of it. I'm going to put a tarp over that. So I've got a whole, oh, I'll have to clean up here. I think I'm going to have to move these bags of concrete, which were used to hold down the tent in the windstorm, and then I'll put my pallet framing down, and I think I'm going to put a pallet down and then put 2x4 framing up and across, and then have shelves going across. So I'll come up for a little over 4 feet high, okay, and then have room to sort through the boards here. I've got to figure out how I want to do this though, because either I do it Home Depot style and have them laying down like this, and then I'll have to move a whole mess of boards to get to one underneath, or I have an open top and I sort through and lift up the one that I want. But I'm thinking if I build a rack frame in here, I can build a 2x4 rack, okay, and then I can put smaller boards in here, and I think I'm liking that idea more actually. So I'll have to cut off these cement bags that served me well to keep this tent from becoming a parachute last fall, and then secure the pallet shelving unit to the wall, and then the tent will never go anywhere. It'll be good. And then for winter I'm thinking about taking the original canopy to the carport that broke last winter, and I want to cover this entire thing and strap it down on both sides as an extra reinforcement for this roof. I've inhaled a lot of dust in here, a lot of dust and dirt, and the earth is wet and moldy from holding all that moisture all these months, a year almost. Anyway, I got to clean this up then, and then I've got to figure out, these walls are 20 feet, so I'll be able to put 2 shelves with a walkway in between is my idea. So if this is 20 feet, 8, 16, I'll have a 4-foot walkway in between the 2 shelves so I can walk in back and forth, and I think that's how I'm going to plan it. And then figure out, once I start building it, I'll before I go all the way up, I'll figure out how I want to pull that wood in and out. And temporarily I've got some 8-footers, some construction materials that was buried in this pile here. That'll be great to have that out now for when I do my house. The furring strips will be good for the tiny house on wheels when I finish the upstairs walls, the paneling upstairs. But it's 7 o'clock now, so I'm going to call it quits, close this up, and then I'm dehydrated. My clothing is sopping wet. I'm sopping wet. So I've got to put on some non-wet clothes, and I'm going to have to freshen up and drink some Gatorade. But that's it then for today. Well, everybody, Troy from the Do-It-Yourself World and the Off-Grid Project, working on the wood shop. See you all later.